guys, it's Jared Clear Dragon from Red Dragon Airsoft. Got another review today, and this one's of the Magpull MOE PTS. Let's start off with the box. The box is just a cardboard box, nothing too special about it. But on the front, it shows Magpull's logo, Magpull PTS, and then it says Professional Training and Simulation Division. So Magpull had a big step in making this gun. Also on the box, on the front, it says DE because this is a Dark Earth model. Let's go ahead and open this up. You can see pretty much just a standard cardboard box, but it works. Has pretty standard G&P packaging. Nice styrofoam. Nothing bad. And then lots of bubble wrap. And orange flash hider, which will come on the gun. And then one of these packets, which the P magazine will come in. Now let's get this out of the way, and there's the Magpull PTS. Like I said, it comes with the orange one on it, but it also has a black flash hider included in the box. Alright, now like I said, Magpull has a big step in making this. Now what they did was actually make the whole externals. Everything externally on this is made by Magpull, and it is incredibly solid. It can compete up there with Real Sword. That's how solid it is. So the stock has a little rubber, a pretty thick rubber butt piece right here. It's about 1 centimeter thick. And it feels very comfortable on your shoulder. The stock is a 5-position polymer stock, and man, this thing's solid. The tube itself is metal, as always. The body itself is a very high-quality metal. The grip is Magpull's own sort of designed grip with a high rise, and it's polymer. Trigger is metal. The magazine, this mag is incredibly beefy. I was actually pretty dang impressed with it. It's very, very solid. It feels like you could throw it at a brick wall and not have it chipped or anything. And it's polymer. The foregrip is Magpull's MOE's own foregrip, Magpull's design. It's actually a lot more comfortable than the standard M4 foregrip. And it's made by polymer, solid polymer. When I say polymer, I don't mean like the kind of the thinner models that most airsoft guns use. I mean the thick, the actual real stuff. Externally, everything externally meets up to the real M4 when it comes to that quality, so very nice. And then the front sight, the barrel, flash hider, and sling mounts are metal. So this is one solid gun. There's nothing you need to worry about breaking on this. You could drop this multiple times, run in the trees, do whatever you want with it, and this thing is not going to break. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could do that. Accidents happen. Alright, so I might as well tell you the internals now. Now, Magpull obviously has no experience in making AEGs. So they went to the best airsoft companies out there. They went to G&P to make everything internally. So everything inside is G&P made. That is very nice. You get the best of both worlds. You get the best internally and the best externally you could ever get. Now, while we're talking about the internals and externals, let's talk about the battery compartment. The battery compartment is kind of like most M4s, but a little bit different, since this has a different design. You pull down on the delta ring, and then this is all that needs to come out. And that's it. It's very simple to pull it out, and it's very, very solid as well. And a battery will fit in here very, very, very easily. So here's a 9.6 volt mini. You just plug it in. If I can even do that. There you go, you plug it in, kind of tuck the wires off to the side. Put the battery right there. The front end first, without clipping my hand. Pull down the delta ring, and then you go and close it, and that's it. So overall, as a whole, it's pretty dang easy to put the battery in. So if you need to do that quickly out in the field, you can easily do it. And this is with the 9.6 volt. I got it because this is a shorter M4, and it shoots about 320 feet per second. So that's good. You want to take this into CQB, go ahead and do so. Since the barrel is not the usual M4 length, which would be right around there. It has a slightly smaller foregrip as well. But 320 feet per second is about perfect for what you want for CQB. However, this can still hold its ground in woodland. This thing's pretty dang accurate. I found myself able to hit targets at about 150 feet away. Anything further, I doubt you'd be able to. It'd start to trail off at that point. But I found myself able to hit things 150 feet away, which is pretty dang good for this short of a barrel and this M4 style hop-up unit, which was made by G&P, like I said. So G&P's hop-up units are pretty dang good, and this gives you quite a bit of accuracy when it comes down to it. The rate of fire with the 9.6 volts is about 900 rounds a minute. A little bit slower than G&P's standard rate of fire, but What they wanted to do was make it as close to the actual M4 as they could get it. That's what Magpull wanted, so that's what G&P did. So with an 8.4, it'd be about perfect to what the actual M4 is. Now, this is good news for anyone that's really into milsim. Personally, because I know a lot of people that are in milsim that really go and look and they go 1,200 rounds a minute. That's stupid. You don't need it to have a lipo in there. That's just dumb. No real gun's going to have that higher of a rate of fire. No real assault rifle anyway. Now, personally myself, I like a higher rate of fire. That's just me. I find it fun. But if you're into milsim, chances are you're probably not going to want that. Just find it stupid. You'll just end up wasting your magazines. Because I've had this topic with people a lot of times. So you'll be happy to hear that this one doesn't have a ridiculous rate of fire like the rest does. It's about perfect with the actual M4. And it's very solid around there. This quality control on this is great. And when you're shooting it, it gives a nice sound to it. And I'll go ahead and show you. So first semi-automatic, and you notice this is very responsive. And then full auto. So, like I said, it's 900 rounds a minute. It feels like it's a little bit faster, but my chrono picked up a little bit over 900 rounds a minute with the 9.6. So let's go ahead and believe the chrono. But it feels great while you're shooting it. So really no lack and luster in this gun. So let's take the battery out so you don't see the green through the foregrip. Kind of makes it look a little bit ugly. There you go. That's how simple the battery compartment is. Also, while we're in the fact of talking about how Magpull and G&P are doing things, let's go ahead and zoom in on the gun and show you how this is stamped literally everywhere by Magpull. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the one that's right in your face right now. So as you can see, it has Magpull's logo on it, and then it says Magpull right underneath it. This is actually engraved in the body itself, and it's a very nice trade right there. Flip it around, and it has more. Oops. There you go. And by the way, it's G&P made, so, well, not G&P made, just more or less G&P designed. So this doesn't close, just to let you know. But on this side, it says Magpull. It says Magpull Armament Company, Rice, Colorado, Model MPL, and then it has a unique serial number. So again, more very nice trademarks on the gun. Flip it over, as you can see, this isn't a trademark, but it's kind of cool. Shows you the selector switch, looks very, very nice. And you flip it over to the other side, it does the same exact thing. You go to the stock, it says Magpull Industries and then PTS down here. You also flip it to the back, it has Magpull's logo once again. And on the other side, it says the same thing on the stock, Magpull Industries and then PTS. If you go to the grip, once again, it says Magpull PTS and has their logo right there. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but it's there. Flip it to the other side, it says MOE. Flip it to this side, PTS, and it once again says PTS on the other side. Then you go to the magazine. Now, like I said, this is a big, beefy magazine, and it says a lot on it. There's trademarks all over it. The other side, Magpull Professional Training and Simulation Division for training and simulation use only. That's what it says right there. Then you go down here, it says P Magazine 30, saying it's supposed to hold 30 rounds, which is something cool. If you flip this switch, you can make it go from 130 rounds to 30 rounds. So this is a pretty cool magazine. Other side, it also says PMag, and then it says has a Magpull logo and Magpull PTS. So this thing is stamped everywhere. It's stamped a total of 15 different times on the gun. So if you didn't believe me before, you should believe me now. This is made by Magpull. Oh, one more thing. I also forgot to mention, there's a Magpull logo and it says PTS right on the top. So again, this is stamped a total of 15 times, including the logo on the stock itself. So this thing is literally stamped everywhere. Externally, it has a lot of Magpull's interesting, unique, different designs to it. This is a standard M4 platform. However, it has, like I said, it has Magpull's interesting stuff. Magpull's own foregrip, Magpull's handle, Magpull's very comfortable stock. I find myself actually picking up on the stock a bit. And again, it's really easy to switch 5 position, and it's very comfortable into your shoulder. So it has the standard M4 stock, but it has the standard M4 feeling, but it feels like it's been a little bit upgraded, which is good, because really it's just standard M4 with Magpull's stuff on it, and just a lot more solid. And speaking of Magpull's interesting, different design, It also has Magpull's own flip-up sight, which simply push that down, and on either side you can push this little button and it flips right up. It also, like I was about to mention, it also has its own rail up top so you can mount any optic you wish to. And that is part of the actual body itself, so it's not going to come off or anything. The sight itself is a pretty standard peep sight. Post in front, hole in back, and it's also adjustable. You have a bigger hole or a smaller one, so pretty convenient. The hop-up unit is a pretty standard M4 design hop-up unit. Pull your charging handle back, and it shows your own wheel. Like I said, this is designed by not by Magpull. This is designed by G&P. The hop-up is made by G&P, so it's overall a pretty good hop-up unit. And like I said, you can hit things up to about 150 feet away. The accuracy in this can really hold its weight for being a shorter designed M4. This gun also features sling mounts. There's one right in the front here. This is metal and it's attached to the gun very solid, so don't worry about it breaking. There's also two in back. There's one right here and one right here, so you can use either one of those you wish. The gun is externally made by Magpull, but the gun is still internally made by G&P. That means it's 100% Tokyo Marui compatible. So if it has a version 2 gearbox, you can replace any of the parts that has, version 2 parts. This also means this magazine, which is a 130 round mid-cap or 30 round mid-cap if you switch this switch on the bottom. It's nice, it's beefy, it's cool, it completes the look of the gun. However, if you want high capacity magazines, you're going to have to go grab yourself another M4 one. So here's a KWA SR10. This is also available on our website, and this is also 100% Tokyo Marui compatible. So this magazine will work with any Tokyo Marui compatible M4s. And there you go. It looks a little bit odd, but you got 300 rounds ready to go with this high capacity M4 magazine. So if you want high caps, you can use your standard M4 mags. So it's a big plus in the gun. Alright, so at this point I think I've covered the whole gun and maybe a little bit too much on the Magpull PTS. But I've completely covered everything. If you want to buy this gun, there's a link below me in the video information to RDA's website. There's also a link below me to RDA's forum where you can talk to the community. So with that said, that has been Red Dragon Airsoft's review of the Magpull MOE PTS.